trader, a market machine. Bank moves, he mimics, he plays their game. Near a version, glory is his claim to fame. Market structure king, watch him do his thing. Pips and points, the profit sing. Trading like the banks, he's in control. Leaves the master filling his bankroll. Leaves the master filling his bankroll. His mind's a map of supply and demand, turning charts to gold with a steady hand. Forex flows like rivers in his plan. Bases bow to the market man. Break out at the open, the strategy's tight. Position for the swing, he wins the fight. Risk is measured, the balance precise. Leads on the rise, he rolls the market structure king. Watch him do his thing. Pips and points, the profit sing. Trading like the banks, he's in control. Leaves the master filling his bankroll. Leave the master filling his bankroll.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Leads on the charts. Yeah, watching the flow, candles rise up. Then they drop down low. Pips in his pocket, he's stacking it tall. Market structure trader, he's got it all. Open and range, it's the key to the game. Breakout moves, profits calling his name. Name. Market structure leads the king. Trading waves, let the profits sing. Mean reversion, he's locked and loaded. Like the banks, his strategy's coded. Charts don't lie, he reads every line. Forex indexes, he's making it shine. Positions held with precision and grace. Leads in control, it's his trading space. Open and range.
And we're off. Afternoon, everybody. How are we all doing? Afternoon, watch check. It's Wednesday afternoon. Markets are open. Hope everyone's enjoying the music. Good, isn't it? Right. Let me get my pen ready. How's that gone? So big drop at the open at the moment on the DAX. Huge. And the Dow popping completely the opposite direction at the open. So we'll see where these go, but very, very volatile open this morning. Morning, Michael. Afternoon even. Whatever it is. DAX this morning, nice clean break to the upside. 5 minute, 10 minute range, far too tight. There was no volume. 15 minute range, we got the break up. Went straight up to target and didn't go anywhere. So second part being taken off on that. So nice easy money on the DAX this morning. So we'll see where we go with these this afternoon. It is Wednesday. There's no news today. We've got Waller speaking at 3:20. Weirdly, don't know why 3:20, but anyway. So we'll watch what happens with that. But there's no other news really today at all. Next news is coming up tomorrow morning, Australian unemployment. That's forecast to go down, which would be bullish Aussie if that happens. We've also got the pound GDP tomorrow morning early. And then we go into CPI and unemployment claims for the US. So all this data on the US is still undecided as to whether we're going to get it. It is all forecast in for Friday. What we're going to get, we don't know. Just have a quick look on Forex Factory and just see, because they've taken it off. There you go. It's gone. So we're not getting the Friday news or tomorrow's news. So yeah, looks like it's another cancellation. They are still shut down. So yeah, no news tomorrow. I'll have to take those out of the database in a minute because they're not going to be there. So no more news for tomorrow or Friday for the dollar. It's shocking, this lockdown. It's not, or lockdown, shutdown. It's not happening at all, is it? Right. So yeah, news-wise today, not an awful lot. There's been a hell of a lot of movement today. So we've had some decent ADRs hit. Oil has just taken off. We've had the oil news come in this afternoon. Oil inventories came out. Oh, no, it wasn't actually oil inventories. It was OPEC news. We will see substantial tariff news next couple of days. Oh, goody. More tariffs. OPEC crude oil output averaged 42 million barrels per day. October down 73,000 from September, despite the output hike. So basically, they put an output hike agreement in place with all the oil producers, and we actually got less output. So I'm not quite sure why that is tanking oil's price, because in theory, if you think about it, if we were increasing production, that would usually reduce price. But what they're saying is we haven't done that and we produced less, which means there's less available, which means there is a supply shortage, which means usually prices go up. So I would look at this as a potential decent mean reversion opportunity at 125 ADR and look for possibilities to get long on this today, because that does not match the fundamental that's been released. Who knows? A couple of trades have just gone on the Dow and the Nasdaq. So long Dow, short Nasdaq at the open. That's a massive move, isn't it? The size of that. 199 and 1,000. So yeah, big moves. So we'll see what's happening with these, but we got a complete divergence on the go at the moment. The Dow is trying to break long, the Nasdaq is trying to break short. So both of these in complete disagreement with each other this morning, which makes it fun, doesn't it? Because that means we have no idea which way the markets are deciding to go today. We've got one deciding to go long, one deciding to go short. Give that some time to play out. So oil, 125 ADR, you can drop down, look for mean reversion opportunities on that. Your next reversal alert is absolutely miles away on 5-minute look. You're not going to get one. It's all the way back up there, which is basically 3/4 of an ADR away. So there's no reversal alert signal that you can take on that, because the price action has literally just been parabolic bear since that news. So the only thing you can really do is take a bullish price action setup. You had an inside bar which failed there. We've got 3 minutes left on this candle, but potentially you might be setting up on an inside bar here. So that could turn into a 3-bar reversal entry long on that. So 125 ADR, good looking opportunity. The Swiss and the yen have had some decent movement today as well. 125 ADR on that one. You did have a reversal signal come in at ADR today. No, you didn't. Didn't quite trigger, did it? No. So yeah, that is your first reversal alert today. Nice looking short opportunity. Swiss yen at 125 ADR as well. Let's see if there's any resistance there. out into new highs. So there's no opportunity really to look at any resistance to the upside, but that's definitely stalling out. Euro pound also extended on ADR. You've again not had a signal on that either. So that will be your first entry today on the 5 minute on that one when we get a reversal coming down on that. One more on the pound Swiss at 125. So that's 125 ADR as well. So again, first reversal alerts on all of these. None of these have had any kind of price action that you would have got in on yet. So looking good. Lots of opportunities at 125 ADR. So all these 125 ADRs basically today, you're looking at first reversal alerts in New York. So if they are going to pull back in New York on these moves that have gone in today, for good opportunities there. You've also got Euro Swiss extended. Euro Swiss is crap ADR. That's come down pretty hard in the last sort of hour or so. And you've got pound odd. That's down at ADR as well. So pound very, very weak today, and pound New Zealand, pound odd, same thing basically. But pound pairs, you can see all very weak today. Everything's sort of come down on the pound today. Very, very weak price action everywhere. Pound yen actually is the one that is least because the yen is also incredibly weak. If you look at the currency strength today, when it loads, yen's down here. Look, pound's very, very weak. Yen also incredibly weak. So when you get a weak currency against a weak currency, you do not get any movement because a bull against a bull and a bear against a bear equals no movement. It equals a range. And no movement there. Just interested to see what the retail sentiment is on the yen at the moment. Yeah, they're all selling the crap out the yen at the moment. Swiss yen especially. So yeah, continuation on all these yens, I think. Looking good. Right, see where we're going. Nasdaq 5 minute candles just closed. Literally at the lows. We are making a move on the Dow to the upside. So what we might find is that we get a reversal starting on that Nasdaq there. The Dow is going to run. Let's have a quick look at where we're going. I think we're out in new highs, aren't we? For a while anyway. Okay, yeah, so we're out in new highs now. Nothing to look at there. So yeah, sky's the limit on this Dow. It could go wherever it wants to. It's out in new territory. If we look at it on the higher time frames, yeah, we're at all-time highs. So sky's the limit. We're off. Something's really given that a kick this morning. Nasdaq, we are obviously opposite on the Nasdaq at the moment. Tech stocks struggling a lot. We have got this gap fill to do on the Nas. We've also got that same gap fill to do on the S&P, which again, the S&P has been slightly stronger than the tech stocks, but that gap is still in place. Markets do not like gaps. They always come back and sort out gaps. And yesterday we did that one. As you can see, that one there took, a week to do. This one here has taken a week and a bit. So we are 3 days in now to this gap short. So this could be the day that we start this rollover. But with the Dow screaming to all-time highs, it's going to make it very, very difficult for the other indices to drop if you've got the industrial stocks going through the roof. But we'll see. Nasdaq's certainly having a really good go at it today, isn't it? So all over the place today. So target-wise on the Nasdaq, if this short holds, we're looking at yesterday's low, which is easy partial close. You've got the low of the New York session on Wednesday as well, which is also kind of this little low in Globex we put in before we hit. So this whole area here is your support area today. This is ADR all the way down here, which is gap fill. So that is within reach, but it would have to be a hell of a reach to get down to that gap fill today. There's no news catalyst to drive it. So I'd be watching yesterday's low and that low of session on Monday. Don't forget, yesterday was bank holiday in New York, which is why we got virtually no movement. To get a little pop late in the day. But this obviously isn't real price action. There wasn't a lot of volume. So that kind of explains why we're getting these decent moves today, because obviously we've got 2 days worth of volume coming through. So some decent moves. See if we can hold these breaks. They've broken nicely in continuation, but they follow through at the moment. Gold just triggered short, long as well. Gold today is kind of holding at the minute up here. So gold, we're up in these all-time highs. Silver has just hit ADR. So there's silver ADR today. So gold potentially is going to be on a rally, because obviously metals tend to not necessarily go in sync, as you can see, but obviously they are pretty damn close. Yeah. So we've got divergence in play at the moment. We've got silver on an ADR rally, and we've got gold, which has not yet broken. So there's a good chance that we might get an upwards pop on gold. Either that, or gold is holding proper price and silver's just going to come straight back down from ADR. So got 2 plays here: the break long on gold to chase silver, or you could mean revert silver from ADR and assume that silver is going to come back into correlation with gold. One of those 2 things is going to happen. But I'm long on that. Why am I on a 1-minute chart? Never got a 1-minute chart. There we go. All busy today. Lots of stuff going on. So keep an eye on all those. I'll have a look at the RSIs. There's quite a few RSI. There was. I don't know. Let's have a look now. There was some RSI extensions. Yeah, they're still there. So there's quite a few. These yen pairs are now really, really, really extended. So if we look through these, Aussie yen is now just above 75. So we're up at 77. We're up at the monthly highs here. So we got this previous high and this last month's high. That's the high from last week. We've shot straight into that, and we're trying to break through that monthly high at the moment. So as you can see, here we struggled to get through this previous high before collapsing down again. Has put in a very nice higher low though. So this is contraction. So there is a good chance that that will pop. Bear in mind, tomorrow morning, we've got the Australian unemployment numbers. So that could really scupper the Aussie, but it could also pump it as well. CAD yen also extended to the upside, just taking out that monthly high. Swiss yen, the biggest of the lot, because it's 2 safe havens together, up in the sky here. I mean, we get up to this 90 level. I do talk about this 90-10 level a lot. We don't get there very often. So we're sitting at 90-ish. Yeah, it's rare to get to this sort of point. We had one sort of test on it there, which pulled back, but that was because of the gap up. We had a little test there, 50% retracement, almost got there, but that's it. Yeah, and the same with the 20 level. You know, you don't get 10 level. You don't get 90-10s very often. So this is a very, very, very strong extension. If you look at it on the daily chart, we are now day 4 solid straight up, 125 ADR today. So this is calling for a pullback, isn't it? So watch this monthly high, really, from 125 ADR today. That is going to be looking like a 38 retracement flag break. A decent pullback will bring you back into last week's high, which is a 50%. So that's looking like a good short opportunity, but just bear in mind, shorting the yen, tricky. They have said they're going to increase interest rates. So we had confirmation of that. I think it was on Friday. or maybe on Monday, that they're going to increase interest rates by another 0.25%, taking them up to 0.75, which is going to be bullish for the yen. So all these moves, Euro Swiss, again, big strong push down there on Euro Swiss. So this looks to me like a run into the Swiss franc. We've just had notification this morning, haven't we, that there's more trade tariffs coming in the next 2 days. Beware. So quite possibly market pulling its money out and whacking it straight into the Swiss franc. Hence we're getting these big ADR moves on the Swissy. But, you know, this is rumour, news, quite often reverses, doesn't it? So pound Swiss extended. Yeah, big move down there. That's extended and embedded. The pound's in all sorts of trouble at the moment. Euro yen, very big extension to the upside on that one. This is day 4 again. So all of these yen pairs, really good mean reversion opportunities at the moment. Swiss yen is the biggest, yeah. So that euro yen on the 4 hour, that's not far away from the 90 level either. Yeah, so you know, this is not an area we tend to get to very often, and when we do, the market just cannot sustain that amount of constant buying in, or constant selling at the 10 level. Yeah, so that's the 10 level, pop. That's the 90 level, pop. Yeah, don't get excited. Probably a 50% retracement, maybe a 38. You know, you can't be too greedy with it, but equally, you're just going to find they're going to run out of sellers up here. When there's no sellers left, there is no choice. You have to take profit on the leg, just to build up the strength to get the next move in. So good opportunities across the board there. Nasdaq flying, Dow flying. Good breaks. Could do with a decent day. Gold is the one that's not working out at the moment. Afternoon, Ryan. Johan, what's the swaps shorting Swiss yen? $360. So fine, absolutely fine. Not expensive at all. Check your broker though. This is my broker. Check your broker. They do differ. This is basically the interest. So your broker basically takes out a loan on your account when you deposit with them. Your account is put into escrow and held under the regulator. So obviously your money is safe. So what they do is immediately take out a loan against your account, and basically you pay interest on that loan. So not only do they take a loan out without your permission against the amount of money you deposit, they then charge you interest on that loan, which is called a swap. Oh, to be a broker. So every time you press the buy and the sell button, they make a commission and a spread if they pay commission. If you don't pay commission, they make a bigger spread. And every night they take an interest rate payment from your account. Not bad business, is it? Do you want to be a trader? Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Every time you move, I'm going to take some of your account from you. Is that all right? Yep. And if you ask me to execute an order at that price, I'll give you that price. Is that all right? Yeah. If you put a stop loss there and price trades here, is it all right if I spread it out and take your money away from you without price ever getting anywhere near it? Carry on. Do you think you should be a trader or a broker? If only I had £500,000, I would be setting up as a brokerage tomorrow. Can't not make money as a broker. Almost impossible. Right, nice clean break, short still. This is really big move. And it's really strange move as well, because seeing these both be parabolic in opposite directions is a little bit unusual. This morning in the members stream, just in the AMST Academy, we went through indicators for position trading in quite a lot of detail. This session was 85 minutes. So really good session today, and the last one, drawdown control, really good session. So these two basically are kind of the penultimate area of the position trading bootcamp, basically. So everything that we've looked at so far all coming to fruition on Friday, where we look at strategies for position trading. But obviously the entire methodology is now covered in full. We'll then look at strategies, and then finally on Monday we're going to do drawdown control, or aggressive drawdown control rather, which is basically the final kind of get out of jail for anything that doesn't go your way. So position trading, the new version of the position trading bootcamp, I should say, is now almost complete. We're up to 10 hours. So I reckon probably 10 and a half. So I reckon we'll probably be 13 hours, 12 and a half hours by the time we finish that. So quite a lot of content in there now. So we've got probably 25, 35, 36 hours roughly, the entire lot now. And then every single module I wanted to cover is covered. So you can start there and go all the way through to there. And by the time you get to the end of that, there is absolutely nothing you will ever need to learn about trading ever again. It's all there. Everything you possibly need to know to make money is all in that. And if there is something else, it's covered in there. It's just covered in a different way and you haven't realized it. There we go. All done. Next Monday. Dow, still moving to the upside. Pulling back a little bit on the NAS. Anybody got any other pairs I want to look at? Always headwind trading. Yep. There's nothing, absolutely nothing stacked in your favor as a trader. Nothing. Everything costs money. Everything that you do is stacked against you. You have no control over market movement. You have no control over when you get paid. It's the most difficult job on the planet. Everybody glamorizes it and makes it look so easy on YouTube. It ain't. What about a session on journaling to find weak spots? Yeah, well, I don't need to do a session on it. You go in here, go into your trading metrics. Ignore this, is all just demo feed. Not a very good demo feed, is it? Go into AI Insights and run an AI Insight. That will give you a breakdown of all the strengths and weaknesses. And obviously, you can analyze everything in your here in trading metrics. Everything you need to know about your trading account is here. So there's not really much I can do. There's a video here. It's 5 minutes long. That's it. There's nothing else to tell you. This is your chart. These are all the metrics you need to follow. These are all your trades. These are all your symbols. If any of these symbols are massively in the hole, dump them. Look at time analysis. Are there any areas where you've got like close time, basically 30-minute intervals? Any of this where it's like, I never make money when I'm closing trades out here? Don't trade there. Weekdays, durations, and let AI analyze all this for you. I mean, you don't need to do this. If you go in here and press that button, this does the analysis for you. This will point out what you could possibly know about. Yeah, there's not a lot you can do with analysis. The main analysis you should do really is this. I don't know if I've got any. These are all sort of demos, demo accounts, which are just feeding up here. There's nothing that's real really up here. I mean, it's just a case of looking at where your weak points are. So, you know, look at your win rates, sort by win rate. Where are my weakest points? There, Pound New Zealand, dump Pound New Zealand, doesn't work. Yeah. Where am I making the most loss? Right, I've taken roughly the same amount of trades on New Zealand yen as I have on the Pound New Zealand. I've got a higher strike rate, yet I'm making a bigger loss. Why is that? You probably over leveraged. There's nothing much else you can really do on this. There's much better journaling systems out there if you want to go into intricate detail on it, but journaling's a bit all I've ever got out of journaling is if it's not making money, stop doing it. That's literally it. Gold is my Achilles heel. Every time I trade gold, I usually lose. Stop trading gold. Immediately, whatever that loss was, it becomes profit because you don't lose it. Really all you can do. New Zealand Swiss still 6 long. Could have exited but didn't. Let's have a look. Dow I should be hitting target on. It's a bit close, isn't it? Don't you dare. Well, we'll look at that New Zealand Swiss in a minute. Okay. Always, isn't it? If you watch it, it does what you want. If you don't watch it, it will just do that. Likewise, this morning on gold, I wasn't watching it, so it came down, took my stop out, and then ran up to my target. If I'd been watching it, it wouldn't have done that. Nasdaq's still a bit far away, but yeah, target hit on Dow. So New Zealand Swiss 6 long. How are you 6 long? Must be from back here, I guess, is it? 38. 150, 160. So 40, 80, 120, 160. So yeah, probably from back here. So entry back here. Difficult. It's really, that entry is quite tricky. Is that support? And it flushed down, so you probably wouldn't have got an exit there unless you got a really tight one there. Could have got a bit out of that. Other than that, you've had to wait here. You should have taken that into propulsion. You had 2 opportunities to get out there. That should have been the exit. But if you haven't taken it, you need to hope that that double bottom holds up, basically. That move from high to low there was 120 pips, which is 3 ADR. You've got a move of 3 ADR in your direction. There's, I mean, the worst case scenario, really, on a trade that you've been in for a long time, you shouldn't be more than 200% of ADR away from your average. That's 3 ADR. So even if you only got in with an entry somewhere around here, 2 ADR should have been enough to get you out. If you're in 6 trades, remember what we discussed in the brain's gone, in the drawdown control. Yeah, in the drawdown control session. Yeah, anything over there, we need to start thinking about it. Anything over there, we're going to think really hard about it. If you're in 6 trades and you got a pullback of 2 ADR, you should have had an exit. At least a drawdown control opportunity. Get out of that. This account has now done 180%, yeah, in 3 weeks. We're in a lot of drawdown, but we've done 180% return in 3 weeks. Not bad, is it? 50 grand account. It's now 97 grand up. It's 100 and... Actually, I think it's more than that now. What's the profit on this? 151 grand account. Started at 54. Good little strategy, this. I'm developing an EA for this. In fact, I'm using this is the position trader EA. But anyway, yeah, good, isn't it? Okay, Dow's pulling back off of ADR. So we're locked in. Stop loss is locked. So that's free trade. Gold is not breaking at the minute. We're stuck. Yes, I know. Yes, should have got out. We covered this. We covered that in the drawdown control, didn't we? I mean, you need to get out. And this morning we covered it, didn't we? Look at the target that you had. If you go back. So at that point, yeah, when we pushed down, yeah, I don't know where your average was, but you had this massive propulsion gap here, this low, which they respected. And then price basically pushed back up into that propulsion gap, broke through that previous level, but obviously what it did was react again there. Very, very close to filling that there, but that was... If you're in 3 trades, there's an argument for saying, yeah, I'll let that run. Even in 3 trades, though, if it's been 3 trades and it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 days, let's say you're only in 3 trades for 13 days, I'd be taking that. Always, always think worst case scenario. Never think best case scenario, because worst case scenario, the vast majority of the time, is what's going to happen. So you get back there, best case scenario, you've got a profit of 0.5% or 0.25% on your account. You've been holding something for 4 weeks. You've lost no money, and the market's basically said, do you fancy getting out for 0.25%? And what the market hasn't said yet is, you can either have this now, or I'm going to take you into drawdown for the next 3 weeks. That's what you got to think in your head. Not, you can either take this now, or I'll let you run up to 5.5%. What do you think the market's going to do? Let you run up to 5.5% or take you into drawdown for 3 weeks? Always think this. It's one of those very few jobs where you have to think glass half empty, not glass half full. Everybody's always on about positive mental attitude. When you've been beaten up for 10 years, 20 years, 5 years, however long you've been trading, what you understand is that this thing is really geared against you. And 9 times out of 10, what you think is going to happen is usually the worst case scenario. And it usually happens. Yeah. Always go for worst case scenario. I'm thinking market structure short. When this bounces back by 50% retracement on that leg, I'm out, because the next thing that's going to happen is this. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And it goes, and I think, oh, well, I could have made 3, 5, 10 times more profit. But more often than not, that is what is going to happen. So you learn to take the money. When it's presented, it's available, take it off, because that can very quickly turn into negative 0.3%. And then, you're that way you started, aren't you? Right, gold's breaking long. Oh, sorry, bear with me a sec. Futures accounts. Right. So I just got to shut some futures. Nice. Okay. So gold's broken out of the highs. Just watch this upside resistance here. Yeah, that little bit there as well. So this whole area for the last 2 days been resistance to the upside on gold. If we break it though, okay, there's nowhere really to stop us, is there? So we're looking at this level here, which is this level here, this propulsion move. So this is what's holding the market down at the minute. The end of that propulsion move off of the end of that parabolic run. So if that's going to hold and we're not going to fill these propulsion gaps, we're coming back down into here. If that is going to fail, we're off again. Negative dollar. We'll see. Would be nice. This morning's member stream to watch later isn't showing. This morning's member stream to watch later isn't showing. Yes, it is. Working fine. Check again. It wasn't. I've just done it. It's working. It's working now. Okay, Nasdaq's pulling back. One of these is going to fall back in line. I don't know which one, but they're both obviously starting to pull back now. So I think what we're going to get is kind of a retracement on both of these. And then one of them is going to take off, and I think the other one will probably go with it. So it'll either be that and that. But they're really out of whack. Normally, I know they go in different directions. They're different sectors completely, but obviously they do usually fall generally in line. But we'll see. A lovely big pop on gold there. Let's just check the news. The Atlanta Fed will form a search committee for Fed's Bostic's successor. They're forming a search party because somebody's leaving. Anthropic to invest $50 billion in new US data centers. $50 billion. It's the best AI, I think. Okay, gold's popped out the highs. Sorry, I just got to check my futures again. I've got a feeling I just closed both of those contracts out. In fact, I know I've closed both those contracts out because obviously it's popped as soon as I shut it, which is always the way. It's always the way. As literally the second you shut it, it goes parabolic. Look at that. That thing's not stopping, is it? Wow. I'm going to shut that contract out as well. I just got out the Dow. I just shut my the rest. I'm going to do it on here as well, actually. Just going to shut the rest of that Dow out. I've got a feeling this is going to drop today, and I think that Dow's going to weigh heavy. So I'm just going to get out of that one because it's paid me already. And we're going to go with the Nasdaq short. Bearish news on the Australian dollar would be good. Yeah. So tomorrow morning, we've got the Aussie news. Aussie New Zealand is the main thing that people are struggling in at the moment. We've had a nice reversal on this gone in. So tomorrow morning, we have the Aussie unemployment rate. So if you look at the last quite a few unemployment rate figures, we've not had good news for 6 months or so. Last one was back in April, where we actually had something good to say about unemployment, i.e. unemployment rate coming down. Other than that, it's been static. 4.1, bearish, it went up. 4.2, 4.2, bearish, it went up. Tomorrow, we're forecasting a 4.4, bullish. Yeah. So if you look here, last time we got that forecast of a bullish number, that was a 4.2. Every time we get a bullish one, typically it tends to be exactly as forecast, which means you don't get a lot of reaction to it. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's look at that one. Yeah. We'll have to look at and see what happens tomorrow. But typically, if it is as forecast, bullish, which is what we are tomorrow, we are forecasting a 4.5 to a 4.4, which is bullish. If we get that 4.4, you tend to get a very slight reaction. So you get a little kick. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. So that generally tends to be the move. If it's very, very different, that was another news event coming in afterwards. But if it's very, very different, i.e. we get it coming out tomorrow at 4.5, you're going to get the opposite. You'll get a kick to the downside, potentially. So you'll get boom. Yeah. So what we really want tomorrow, if you're looking for shorts, if you are short Aussie, you want a 4.5. A 4.6 would be phenomenal. If you're in anything short Australian dollar and you get a 4.6 tomorrow, you'll be out of it tomorrow. Because it's not going the right way. The market sentiment on unemployment in Australia is predominantly bearish. Yeah, it's no impact and bearish. We've got a couple of, it's a mixed result. You've got a couple of bullish, couple of bearish. But if you look at it, yeah, it's not getting any better, is it? It never gets any better. It only ever gets slightly worse the vast majority of the time. So you are more likely to get a negative reaction tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. Look at the unemployment rate, yeah? So the unemployment rate is the short-term figure. Unemployment claims, change rather, get it right, is kind of the shorter term view, which obviously is much easier to get wrong because it's a shorter term forecast. Nasdaq's coming back down again. Gold is gone. I just want to show you my one of my futures charts. Yeah, just to show you how cruel it is. Long there, right? Sat in it all morning. Gets up to where I thought that looks like a good exit point. Literally, the candle after, we've gone parabolic 3 times, pretty much, what I got out at. So nothing but bearish most recently for the claims numbers. So it was bullish, but at the moment it's not going well. So yeah, fingers crossed for you short Aussie people. Especially Aussie New Zealand, because that thing, 4-hour chart, that thing has got a hell of a long way to come back down again. You're looking at 225 ADR just to hit last month's high. We're only on the 12th of November. We've done 225% of ADR straight up. In fact, let's have a quick look at where we are with the monthly and weeklies on it. Yeah, so we are very, very close to our monthly. Look, we are average daily range on Aussie New Zealand is 50. We are 30 pips away from the monthly range, average range. So literally less than an ADR's worth of movement will tip you over that monthly. And we're only on the 12th, so it's absolutely exhausted. But you could get that unemployment rate coming down tomorrow. But this last move, this exhaustion move that we spoke about, looks to me like it's putting a second leg in. You look at that beautiful 4-hour rejection that we got. Euro Swiss 125 ADR. Swiss franc still getting a massive push. You get that lovely rejection into that propulsion move. Yeah. We break this low here of the week, I think we'll be off, but it's going to need a catalyst. We need that news tomorrow. Hourly, you've got a lovely M pattern reversal. There's your reversal alert there. That's your uneven M. That's your market structure break. So this low here, which is basically yesterday's low, this propulsion move, which broke that high, that's what you need to break. If you look at it on the daily, it's an inside bar. Yeah. So we've got a lower high, a higher low. You are today putting in a lower high, higher low. Yeah. So this is called a 2IB setup, 2 inside bar. So a break of this control candle, as it's known, would indicate exhaustion from buyers, which you've also got there, look. And then we'll pull back on a percentage of that leg. There's your 24 moving average, which is 225 ADR, which coincides with monthly highs. So 50% retracement. Just need a catalyst. So tomorrow morning, keep your eyes peeled if you're on Aussie pairs. Short Dow. No? Sorry, why am I short 2 contracts on the Dow? Exit. What's going on? Sorry, I keep closing orders and it keeps reopening. I think I had some pending orders, not short the Dow. That was a stop loss triggering a short. The trouble with when you're copying contracts from CFDs to futures, obviously futures works in whole contracts. When you close a partial on a CFD, the futures contract will never close the full contract out or the exact part that you want. So you end up with a limit order being left in the market sometimes, which is what happened there. So because that stop loss triggered, it's tried to short me on it because I had extra contracts in there. Really annoying. Join late, apologies if covered, but are you still trading your prop accounts? Yes. I'm trading with Lucid. Yep, Lucid are good. I've got a link to Lucid for a discount. I'll pop it in the chat. 35% off. And it's basically the nice thing about Lucid is straight to funded. That's why I trade the Lucid ones, because they're straight to funded. Lucid Direct. Yeah, cheapest. You won't pay these either. You get discount off of these. But these are straight to funded, really cheap, straight to funded accounts. Cheapest out there for futures, I think. There's not many that do straight to funded. My code's better than that. Yeah, there's not there's not many that go straight to funded, and ones that do go straight to funded tend to be expensive. So cheapest straight to funded out there. Don't go straight to funded if you haven't managed to pass evaluations yet, though, because obviously what you're doing is just paying 3 times the price to fail. Valuation first. I'm just going to let that gold run. I was toying with the idea of just taking that, but we haven't hit a partial yet on this. So today, hopefully, is going to get back the losses for the week. Been a bit of a dodgy week this week, the start of this week. Haven't made money at all this week. Been a very difficult start. So I'm just keen to get back into positive figures. So watching this NAS, which will do it today. Hopefully. Oof. Starting to sweat in here. I've got 6 contracts short on the NASDAQ at the moment. Fingers crossed. What do you think about Euro Yen? Will it ever fill the gap? All these yen pairs have got gap fills to do, apart from the CAD yen. Oh, sorry, it's back here, isn't it? Yeah, CAD yen virtually did the gap. I don't know. No, sorry, Aussie yen did do the gap. So, yeah, I don't know. They all have the gap fill. However, this is a carry trade, don't forget, the yen. I assumed, wrongly it seems, that the market after the intervention would stop the carry trade, because the carry trade, the mechanics that made the carry trade what it is, don't really exist anymore. Since the intervention, they've liquidated their assets. So I don't understand why we're doing this. They've increased interest rates. They're back in line with everybody else, but they're still massively weak. So these gaps are very difficult. It's very difficult to know if we're going to fill them or not. New Zealand yen has done it as well. I can't really see any reason for any particular strength in the euro either at the moment. So it will fill that, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know when. If you look at the US dollar yen, the thing is, the US dollar yen at the moment still is not back to intervention levels. Yeah. So we never got back to the intervention level on the pullback. Yeah. We then made a double bottom, triple bottom, really. And now we're pushing back up again. So I think what we're going to do here is put in a lower high. Yeah, the dollar's not strong at the moment. Yeah, which is going to mean that there is no reason for any strength to come through in the yen, because most people are watching the US dollar yen. That's where most of the transactions happen. And if the US dollar's weak, it doesn't mean you need strength in the yen, which means that everything else can run against the yen. So I don't know. It's very difficult to gaps in forex fill most of the time in the same way as they do in everything else. There is imbalance and inefficiencies in the market that typically will get fixed. However, sometimes they don't. They just get caught offside and that's it. You're stuffed. So I think it's one of those that might just run. I don't know. I just don't understand why people are selling the yen. They're going to put interest rates up. It's bullish in a minute, but you know, the carry's not there anymore either, is it? Look, if you look at, where's my swap rate gone? So the swap's $2 long on it, right? The carry trade was really good. You used to make a lot of money longing the yen. If you just basically shorting the yen rather, So you bought everything against the yen, and they just pay you to hold it. You know, this is the only way you make money out of your broker. Your broker actually pays you to go long on this. Yeah, if you try and short it, he'll rip your arm off. But these are all way worse than they were. We've even look the Swiss yen now. We've even got double negatives. 8.95 you get taken off you if you try and short that, long that rather. I don't know. Afternoon, Plowman. Afternoon, Franco. Instant funded prop are very shady. Very shady. Yeah, but they are more expensive. The only problem with Lucid is the daily loss limit. So you get an end of day drawdown, which is great, but you also get a daily loss limit. So this basically kind of becomes irrelevant because that is what you're working with. So you have to reduce your risk on these ones. And you know, you can't go beyond 60% of your daily peak. So if you run up, basically what you have to do with these pre-funded ones, if you like, is when you get a good couple of trades like gold flies, you get out, you have to stop for the day, because if you take another trade and give back 50% of that, you run the danger of giving back another 10% on another trade and hitting the intraday daily drawdown limit, which screws you. So you've got to be very careful with them. But you're right. I mean, there's always a too good to be true. No, it's the same with them all. They're all the same. If you look at Take Profit Trader, yeah, their evaluations look phenomenal. Yeah, you got lovely daily loss limit. No, you haven't. You can have that for free. Oh, brilliant! Thanks for that. End of day trailing drawdown 2,000. Brilliant. 150% increase on account. Not so good, but that's standard. You've got to be consistent. Yeah, 50% consistency rule. Easy. I have one good day, and then I have 4 days which are mediocre. Pass. Not a problem. No bots. Don't do that on futures anyway. That's been it. And then you get funded, and that, I'm going to do it for them, look. That end of day trailing drawdown changes to intraday trailing drawdown. Yeah? Suddenly, when you get funded, the rules change. So I run up, have a good day, and then I carry on trading and have a bad day. I never get anywhere near my daily loss limit all the way down here, but because I've run up by 2,000 and gone back to break even for the day, I lose my account because it's now intraday trading drawdown. So all the good stuff they give you on evaluation, they change the goalposts when they give you an account. And you've then got to also trade up above that level before they'll pay you. So not only have you got to do the evaluation, you've then got to do stage 2 of the evaluation, which is trading back up to this level again, but with tougher conditions. And then above that, they will give you payment. This is why most people don't get paid. So I always said, if you can trade with your own capital, trade with your own capital. What I do with my capital is irrelevant. Doesn't matter. I can do what I like with it. Yeah, I can go into drawdown by 6% and not give them monkeys. Doesn't matter. My rules, my money. Always try and do it yourself if you can. We're stalling out on this. Not particularly keen on it. Lovely move on gold, still underway. Look at where we're headed on gold. Oh, it's all-time highs, isn't it? So, yeah. We're headed to the moon. Basically. It's not all-time highs, actually, is it? No, sorry. What am I talking about? It's not all-time highs. It's recent highs. So, all-time highs is here. So, we are breaking out through propulsion. So, there is what I would class as your next upside resistance, which is 175 ADR, but realistically, We're off again, aren't we? Bye-bye dollar. Come on, NASDAQ. I'm just going to protect my NASDAQ, i.e. protect my day, just to make sure that that does not get whittled away. So I'm going break even on the NASDAQ short because it's stalled. We're stuck. There's somebody at the door. Me. New highs on the day on gold. Anybody got any other pairs I want to look at? Okay, Swiss yen 125 ADR. Still haven't had that reversal alert yet. It's coming down fairly hard now. So that propulsion gap fails, that high break there. That could be the start of a move. The downside. Same with the euro. Reversal alert. Although that one's not ADR, but you'll find they'll do the same thing. Gold ADR. There's your ADR hit on gold. NASDAQ is testing lows of the day. That gold, go. Now I'm going to move my stop up. Lock that in. NASDAQ low of the day. Just testing now. Hardly any movement and just need 30 points down to target on that. Right. I think I'll leave it there today. So just going to hold that short on the NASDAQ. That's break even. So cannot lose on the NASDAQ. Gold is locked in. The second part of that. Dow, I'm done. DAX, I'm done as well. So flat on DAX because that all worked out this morning. Just going to cancel that pending off short. I'm going to cancel all the other pending orders off as well, just in case we get a Trump announcement. There we go. New low of the day gone in on the NASDAQ. So just in case, Trump's got new tariff plans coming in the next couple of days, we've heard this morning. So you know what he's like. He could just come out and say, guess what, guys, this is what we're going to do. And then this is going to be off in another direction. So I don't want to get triggered on any other opposite trades today. So just shut off those pending orders and we'll see where we go. But that's all nice and in profit. So partial just about to go in on the NASDAQ. TP. It's almost as if they can see the line. Just hit it and go, nope. Careful, we nearly triggered him there. We nearly gave him some money. I'm just going to connect to my VPS and move my take profit line. I'm not having that. I'm just going to move the take profit line up. There we go. Partial taken. It would be absolute sod's law that that bounces from there, because it literally has hit my TP to the pip. So I've manually taken a partial on it. Stop loss is locked in, so can't lose. So these two are both winners for the rest of the day. 8% day. Very nice. I'll take that. Right. Do I have to be an end user of your products to benefit from Lee Shark Academy? An end user of your products to benefit from Lee Shark Academy. I don't know what you mean, Franco. Do you mean the members website? Members website is totally free. You do not have to even be logged in. Yeah. So this is the members website. Yeah. Not logged in. You can access all of this information. Everything on here is all accessible. You don't have to pay. You don't have to join. You don't have to do anything. You become a guest user literally by being on the site. That's it. So if you want to access certain elements of it, like the trading metrics, where you get one account for free, you get free AI analysis, you have to sign up on it, because obviously we've got to store the information in the database, because you've got to feed the data in there. So there's certain things you have to sign up for, but sign up's free as well. It's all free. If you want to do the paid stuff, like the MetaTrader Builder, have all of the EAs that I trade with, and access the MST Academy, yeah, all of this stuff, that you do have to pay for. So if that's what you mean by the Shark Academy, then yes, you have to pay for that. But it's only 49 quid. Yeah. So what I would say is pay 49 quid, right? Binge it all. Yeah. In a month. And then if you don't want the MetaTrader Builder, you don't want the prop calculator, you don't want more than one trading account, you don't want alert systems for indicator dashboards, and you're not worried about having 10 years worth of fundamental data, you're quite happy to just have 6 months worth, you're done. But if you want all the EAs, you have to be an elite member, which is the higher tier. Basically, you get all of this stuff, which is basically, I don't know what the cost would be, 500 quid. You get all that thrown in while you're a member. The EA bundle, that basically is what you get. This lot. So everything you do in here, everything I teach in here, these EAs will execute automatically. Yeah. So I talk about breakout strategies, scalping strategies, news strategies, and position trading strategies. Everything can be executed with all of these. Yeah. So these are the only EAs you need basically to do anything that I do. It's all covered. But go watch the freebies. Yeah. All these ones that are red, which have a start button. Yeah. Those are all free. So you can go and watch all the free content. It's only the pro and elite stuff that is paid. There's free stuff on position trading as well, which basically just gives you a taste of what position trading is. And then if you want to know more, you sign up. But access what you want. And if you don't like it, cancel. Everything's all there. Number 5, an insult compliment. Oh, not an insult compliment. Okay. I didn't think it was an insult. I just didn't know what a Shark Academy was. You need the Ed 209 VIP membership. That's called Elite. Elite. The Ed 209. Yeah, that'd be good. Right, let me shut my VPS down. Don't need that anymore. Gold is not stopping. Look at gold. It's absolutely off. We are really going on gold today. I'm very, very glad I took that partial on NASDAQ. Right, so I'm done for the day. Anything you need, let me know. I'll be in YouTube No, I won't. I'll be in Discord or Telegram. Back on Friday for members stream. So Friday morning we are doing the strategy. We're basically doing strategies for position trading. So position trading strategies. We're covering all of those. And then Friday back for the New York session at 3 o'clock, 1 to 2:30 on Friday. So we'll just do the same thing Friday as we're doing today. And then Monday back for members as usual, and the normal Monday morning look ahead. So just be aware of news tomorrow morning. If you're in any Aussie pairs, that's happening. If you're in any pound pairs, we got GDP. That does move the pound a lot more than a lot of other stuff. And all this stuff I'll get taken out the database because it's not happening. We're not getting any more news on the US dollar this week. Still in shutdown, still no sign of an exit. So no more news on the US. So we'll see what happens. All right, have a good one. Anything you need, let me know. Otherwise, I will be back on Friday.
Click, clack, charts attack, candlesticks, they spark the track. Lead move silent, market crack, profit stack, no turning back. Opening range, that's the game. Breakout hits, never the same. Algorithms play, but he rewires the frame. Banks whisper his name. Flipping forex, indices flex, numbers dance. What's coming next? Green lights flash, P&L stretch. Risk managed, he never sweats. West fact buzzing, traders peep. Lessons deep, no time to sleep. Market's a beast, league got the leash. Feast at the feast, his game's elite. Market structures is domain. Leads the king, they know his name. Breakout sharp, he fuels the flame. Trading charts is not a game. Pip by pip, he stacking high. Mean reversion, banks comply. Leads the reason markets run. Leads the reason markets run. Candles lit, wicks on fire, spread so tight the stakes get higher. Institutional flow, he's the supplier. Positions held till charts retire. Data feeds, news he reads, Fibonacci maps the seeds. Supply demand his mind exceeds. Trades ignite like lightning speed. Stop loss tight, take profit wide. Least precision, unmatched drive. Liquidity pools, banks coincide. Retail's blind, leads the guide. Charts unfold, the stories told. Entry bold, accounts in gold. Trade by trade, the wins are sold. Market alchemy, legends mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. Markets run. Lead the reason markets run. Lead the reason markets run.
Digital sheen, open in a range. His weapon so keen. He's the structured trader, a market machine.